In today's makeover, we're going to reveal to you exactly what is going on in this big hole. You're probably thinking, my gosh, what were Garth and Tanya thinking? Well, here we go. We're going to be building a fire pit in here today. Now, of course, we've got a gorgeous patio that's in the making, and like every good South African family, there has to be a place to braai. Even if it's not to braai, to sit around, have a good fire going, long balmy evenings talking nonsense. What do you think, Garth?
I agree with you, Tanya.
So, now I want to be the first to enjoy this, so I guess we better build it.
Right, Tanya.
Okay, how do we go about this first?
Okay, Tanya, we can see there's a square here. There's 4 blocks here.
Right,
So
okay.
that's
from the
cent-
original that was down here?
Yes.
Okay, right.
So there's the center.
Okay.
You're just going to put the steel nail in there.
Okay.
And then I've got a piece of line and a pencil.
Right.
You're just going to hook it on there,
Okay.
and the pencil goes in here. And then we just start drawing around line.
Okay. Now, obviously, we're doing this because we've got a circular outline, and the fire pit is going to be circular as well, just to fit with the whole symmetry of it. To put a square fire pit in here, it's going to look a bit odd. So yeah. So then we're going to go all the way around with the pencil.
With the pencil, yeah.
Okay, and that's going to form our outline of the brickwork that we're going to put in.
That's correct, Tanya.
Cool. Oh, that's great, Garth. Why don't you pass me one of those bricks there, please? Right, folks, to build a fire pit, you need fireproof material, of course. And what we've chosen here is a clinker brick. Now, clinker bricks are fired, so they can withstand temperatures that will certainly cope with an ordinary fire. In the past, you used to actually be able to buy a fire brick, but that's no longer. So all you need to do is make sure that you're using a fired brick. And certainly with these type of bricks, it also leaves you with a really good finish. And with the bit of charcoal in here, I'm going to love the way it picks up on the charcoal of our paving. And we're going to show you probably the simplest way to build a fire pit that you've ever seen before. So let's hit it, Garth.
Right.
First up. Right, you've got a mix over there. What mix are you using, Garth?
This is a 3-in-1 mix, Tanya.
Okay.
3 building sand
Right.
to 1 part cement.
Okay, all right. And then we're using this as our outside, all right? And
Yes,
we are
sir.
going to be placing the bricks on the line, okay? So just on the line here, and we're going to use them upright because that is going to create our height that we require for our fire pit. Of course, you could dig down, but generally, you know, when you're braaiing, you want something slightly raised, and also when it's raised, you do get more heat in terms of the people that are sitting around it. Okay, so I guess we've got to just wet this first, damp it a little bit. Just remember, dampen down the surface. It's going to help the cement adhere to it. Brilliant. Okay, and then down goes our mixture. Okay, can I put the first one on?
You can put the first one on, Tanya.
Right, and then away we go, using our pencil line as our marker, and that's it. It's so easy. Pop them on. We got to make sure we're straight, hey?
That's correct, Tanya.
And then the next one, and we're just going to carry on going around.
You just go right around, Tanya.
Okay, let's go for it. So Garth, I see that you're putting them almost at a slight angle, and that's because we're going on the circle. We're just following the
correct.
circle. And then all we're going to do is just cover these up. We can actually even put it a bit closer, which would make life just a little bit easier in terms of how much fill we've got to put in here. Okay, so let's go around. I'm going to carry on that side, Garth,
Okay.
and you go this way. I'll meet you on the other side.
All right.
Garth, it's looking gorgeous.
Very nice.
And we didn't even have to cut a brick. The circle worked out absolutely perfectly. Not that we'd actually planned that. However, if you really wanted to go in terms of precision, you could have actually laid all the bricks out before and planned it. However, we kind of just knew it would work. Here we go, it's all looking gorgeous. Now all we've got to do is just take a bit of our same mixture that we've got, and we're going to fill in the gaps, which are these gaps over here. We're just going to start filling them in, and then once we've done all of that, we'll show you how to finish it off. Folks, remember the mixture that we're using as well to do the filling in is a 3-in-1. So it's 3 parts of building sand to 1 part cement. And you'll see that it's not very runny consistency, because when you're trying to work with filling in the gaps here, you don't want it to be too runny, else your life is going to be a complete nightmare. So literally all we're doing is keeping it quite firm, and we're just working it into these gaps, and then we work it up the side. It's easy as that. We finished with the first layer going round, filled up all the sides, and it's looking great. Now what we're going to do is start with the second layer to give us the height that we want for our fire pit. But when you are going up in 2 layers, what we want to use is this stuff. You actually buy it in a roll like this, which tends to be quite difficult to deal with, but have a bit of patience. What we've done, because we're going in circles, is we've cut off bits. This is called brick force, and you can buy it from your local hardware store. And we've cut it, and we're going to loop it round like this. What it does is it gives our layers of bricks extra strength to hold them together. You follow exactly the same principle. You just add your cement mixture down on top of the brick force, and then you put your brick on top of it. As easy as that. And what we're doing, also take note to give it extra strength, is we've got 2 upright here. The next brick that we're putting on is going in between, so over the join, because that just gives your brickwork that extra strength and stability. And the last finishing touches to our fire pit, we've now done the second layer complete. Of course, we're going to use some of the little cobble edging, the same cobble edging that we used as the perimeter of the fire pit, so that we've got that same circular pattern following all the way through. And remember, we do it exactly the same way. Take a bit of our mixture, pop it on, there we go. Put down your little lug, tap it down gently with the mallet, get off any of the excess mixture that you've got, and away you go, all the way along. And that's how we're going to go, just to finish it all off. And remember, it's these little finishing touches that always just make a DIY from ordinary to extraordinary. Beautiful. Alright folks, so the major work of our fire pit is done. We finished off the edging with the cobble, and all we need to do now is allow it to dry. And next week we're then going to show you the final stages of the fire pit, how to deal with the base, and then we've got some cool pebble inlays which we're going to show you that are just going to add a bit of spunk into this fire pit. Till next week folks, take care of you and yours, and most importantly, happy gardening.
The Gardener is proudly brought to you by PPC Cement.